Let's finish this up, and hey, we can start on Halo 2 this weekend.
Sweet.
Or as early as tomorrow, if you feel like. Up to it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Arbitration Studios as we complete the whole damn thing. I'm JP Arbiter.
I'm Mrs. Arbiter.
And we are here at last, in the maw of Halo Combat Evolved. We are, this is the last level with an overlong narration, or opening cutscene, but it leads to literally my favorite moment in this entire game, and quite possibly the entire series. So, just gotta kind of deal with it.
Okay. What does the word maw mean?
Maw?
Yes.
Great big gaping opening.
Just wondering.
Here we go. It'll hold.
That sounds like something I would say.
Yep.
Or do.
Both.
Yes. Key phrase. Both.
But yeah, it's like all three of the main Halo games have an instance like that of a Banshee barely making a controlled crash into an area. So we'll see it again in Halo 2. So oh yeah, that's right. Plasma weapons work better on the robots.
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 Back when we were obsessed with robot-oriented games, this probably would have qualified, at least briefly.
Well, we're still kind of obsessed with robot-related games. We're just changing
not
our focus a little more. Mostly because it's hard to get a hold of some of the games we want, and it's hard to play through some of the games we have.
And also, we haven't figured out how to get the damn PlayStation 2 to record with this, so...
Yeah, time crunch to boot.
Because we have a short stack of PlayStation 1 and 2 games.
Oh yeah, we would like to play them, we just haven't had a chance.
So...
I mean, heaven knows I have a PlayStation 1 game I'd love to have one section on if I can play through it and make sure I can play it. But... we're not there yet. Oh, hello, Hunter. I see your soft spot. I hit your soft spot. You go down. Hunters are squishy.
Hunters are... they are shockingly squishy. Holy Christ!
So that means there's the psychic type in Pokemon, the glass cannons.
They really are in the first Halo game. Once you discover the pistol trick, or you stick around in the main menu long enough that it's demonstrated for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's meant to serve as their primary weakness.
Well, apparently the one pistol shot thing was a... started off, at least if the myth is to be believed, it was a middle finger from a guy who got fired before Halo went gold.
Oh! Ouch. Well, it didn't stay true to the end, but it still proved the point of the Achilles heel that they had.
Yep. Well, the Achilles heel was always supposed to be there because the armor plating is programmed as terrain, making it impregnable.
Oh, I see.
So you have to go for the soft spots in between.
Ah. You have to find the squishy points. Got it.
Cat, I swear to fucking Christ, if your stiff ass tail disconnects that cable, again, I'm gonna kill you.
No, you won't.
I'm gonna grab the taser flashlight and I'm gonna zap you until your asshole glows.
Nope, and you're gonna delete that. In editing.
Fucking asshole cat. And at least I can shut him the hell up. Alright. Yeah. Bored with this. Moving on.
Bored now.
Bored now, reading your mind.
Or bored now, killing things. No, Goku doesn't really kill anyway.
Oh, and in Dragon Ball, Goku only killed three beings in Dragon Ball Z. But in the original Dragon Ball, he was a fucking murder machine.
I guess he matured? Maybe? I'm not sure if that
I'm not yeah, it's like, is that the right word? Or is it used for want of a better?
I would say it's one for a better because I haven't seen the original. I've only seen Z.
The classic Dragon Ball, it works almost all the time, but if your first experience is Z, it can be quite jarring.
Well, it's like anything. If you've seen... Hell, if you've seen Sailor Moon Crystal and suddenly you see the original, you're kind of like, it doesn't look right, it doesn't play right, no. It seems weird. The story is the same, it's just told differently.
Well, keep in mind, too, the original Dragon Ball arc, the thing that started it all, was just a creative retelling of Journey to the West, the Chinese novel.
I know.
So...
It's actually pretty common with a lot of... with practically all the stories that they're...
Well, Journey to the West is... it's a classic story, regardless of culture, so...
Well, no, I'm saying that there were very few original stories in the respect that every story is a retelling of something else.
Yeah, but...
Or a different variation with a different cultural view.
At least if you believe in the monomyth.
No, I'm being serious. When you look at the actual stories, they are there.
Yeah, there's academic evidence to support the theory.
Yeah. It's that simple.
You know, I wasn't dismissive of it, I was just putting a name to what you were telling. It is literally called the monomyth theory.
Yeah. Which is why it's so interesting to dissect different things because of the same base stories they have. There's a point where you kind of get tired, where you almost get tired of the same myth, but you kind of like the retelling and seeing how they...
How do they fuck it up this time?
Well, how do they retell it? Do they use a creative methodology, or do they just try to teach it as a children's fable?
See, also The Lion King is really Hamlet.
Mm-hmm. If only Frozen was really the Ice Queen, the Ice Queen story, that would be horrifying.
Something, chastity belt, something...
No. The Ice Queen was originally a true villain. As written.
Yeah, but wasn't a chastity belt actually part of the story of the Ice Queen?
No.
No?
Not that I know of.
What Disney's tale am I thinking of where that was actually part of the thing? I mean, thanks to Mel Brooks, it's easy to say Robin Hood.
Robin Hood I could place, but in reality, I don't think any of the tales specifically mention chastity belts. Unfortunately, most of the tales specifically exclude them. Sleeping Beauty is a lot more horrifying than it sounds if you read the original version.
Yeah.
Oh, if you think that's bad...
Don't accept candy from creepy old ladies and watch out because the prince is gonna rape you.
Yeah, and there's Rapunzel. That's a very bizarre...
I'm gonna go look at titties and get blinded.
We need a catalyst explosion.
No, it's not even that. That's after you knock someone up. That's where that comes in.
If you run out of explosives, there is an armory station located near...
It's creepy when you know the originals behind the stories and how they...
Oh wow, I never realized that was just a hollow tube.
Totally tubular, dude. And it's so funny how it's
shit!
It's just interesting how different stories are told again and again, and yet made unique to each culture. Kind of fascinates me, to be honest.
So what part of the monomyth is Halo then? I can tell you how it ends.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it definitely, at least the real ending before Microsoft said, hey, we're going to milk this cow to death until its teat is like those faucets in the middle of a desert in Disney cartoons.
Well, it's kind of the basic of a hero story. The hero overcomes certain challenges, both physical and mental, and has to handle and how he handles them.
Well, the ending is very much King Arthur.
Well, yeah.
Lady of the Lake escorting him to Avalon.
Well, pretty much.
With a literal goddamn Avalon.
Yeah, and you practically get all the Knights of the Round Table and ODST.
And other supporting characters.
Yeah. I mean, if Johnson isn't Lancelot, I don't know who is. Granted, it wouldn't quite count because Johnson doesn't try and seduce Cortana, so it doesn't work.
No, but there is that moment in Halo 3, which we'll eventually get to, kids, of don't ever let her go.
Oh, yeah. But it's not the don't ever let her go, I'm going to get her instead.
Yeah, you know...
I'm just saying.
Those are minor details rather than major beats, though.
I know.
And that's the whole thing about the monomyth, is that it's the minor details where...
Well, it's the details of location, culture... And specifics around the story.
And even how the archetype behaves.
Exactly. And what the archetype is. Is there a magical element added in? What is added to the element to make it the way everyone sees? And
to use Sergeant Johnson as Lancelot, what is he? He is unabashedly, unapologetically militaristic.
Yeah, and in this case,
you know, the romantic vision of the warrior.
In this case, that's the romanticized version of loyalty. Where the chief is just, dude, I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job. I was born to this, kind of, sort of. I didn't have much choice. Yeah. Versus the one who does have the choice, and...
The oddball in this equation is going to be the Arbiter, because the Arbiter is not Mordred.
No, the Arbiter is Lancelot.
No, because...
Yes. The Arbiter is the closest companion, in a manner of speaking.
Well, the Arbiter was supposed to be the Chief's mirror, which was why he was half the damn campaign in Halo 2.
Yes, but Lancelot is very similar in that respect. The aspects of Lancelot versus Arthur were very similar in the background.
But Lancelot and Arthur were not foes.
They were not, but they eventually can be seen to have become foes in a romantic sense, if you want to look at it that way.
But Halo doesn't have a romantic subplot, and sorry, you interrupted me.
Sorry.
And to boot, the Arbiter doesn't even... The Arbiter literally does not interact with Cortana, who is easily the Guinevere character, at all. Literally at all. And the interaction between Lancelot and Guinevere is is vital to that. That's why Johnson is a better Lancelot analog, arguably, than the Arbiter is.
I can see that. I can see that. He's more of a Gawain. He's kind of there doing his own thing.
Well, but was there any Knight of the Round Table that was martially supposed to be Arthur's equal and opposite that wasn't Lancelot?
No.
No? Unless it was Mordred, the one who slew him.
Nope, it wasn't Mordred. It was literally Lancelot, because it was literally the right-hand man was the right to your side, your queen was at your left side.
But the Arbiter isn't the right-hand man, he is the opposite. That's why I argue Mordred.
True, and Mordred does come in the picture later.
So,
despite your mythos of
and keep in mind too, again, in dealing with the monomyth, as we said, it's not it's never going to be a perfect analog. It's just the interpretations.
It's never meant to be a perfect analog.
Everything
that makes the stories unique is about the interpretations.
But you were, but at the same time we were trying to squeeze in the Arbiter as Lancelot, when really, when you get down to it, that doesn't fit.
Yeah, well, there's really no primary, secondary character that fits that role.
Well, but Johnson does.
General. He does, in many respects.
Johnson does, because he is the glorious militant.
He is the perfect knight, as they said. At least as the mythos would say. Can you not end up destroying that?
Well, I talked earlier about how I gained a talent for driving, and it's not showing here.
Everyone has their bad days, dude.
Yeah, this is definitely one of them for me.
Yep.
So,
we need more rum.
We need rum, period. We ran out.
That's the point.
Don't drink and drive, kids.
Nope. Drink and sit on your bum. Much healthier. Drink and sit on your bum. Because you can't do anything wrong beyond lip service if you're sitting on your ass.
Fuck it.
Meep.
Oh, well, hey, the Warhog took care of it for me. I was gonna blow myself up because I was like the third screw-up.
Oh. Thank goodness the Warhog was there.
Yeah.
Saved you the trouble.
Saved me the trouble of blowing myself the boop up.
Meanwhile, back at the
ah, damn it! That was the grunt funeral skull fucking me over.
Meanwhile, grunts.
Meanwhile, grunts.
Yes.
That's a very.
How do we get so sidetracked some days? Never mind. Don't answer that question.
I won't.
Because I know what the answer is going to be, and it's kind of like, okay, I get it.
It's probably because we're parents, it's 11 o'clock at night, and we're both frickin' bone-ass exhausted.
We're either bone-ass exhausted or I'm tipsy.
Oh yeah, three wine cocktails.
4.
Oh god, you did the whole 4-pack?
Yep.
Good lord, Jen.
It's not that much.
Yes it is, clearly.
Well, when you haven't eaten much, it is. Not enough carbs to absorb it.
Carbs.
Carbs.
I want my waffle sundae.
Fries? Or fries? I want fries.
You want fries?
Give me my fries.
Is there gonna be a late night steak and shake run?
No. No, there will not be.
Alright. Hopefully that actually shaves some time off of my,
because they don't have waffle Sundays.
And that's my brain break for this level.
Excellent. I shall return in just a moment.
So in the meantime, holy crap, everything Everything's on fire! Hey, Lanny, how are you doing? Everything's on fire! Shit's blowing up and bodies are flying everywhere. We're all gonna die. Ah!
Wait, stop.
And we're just gonna cruise on through here and get to the end. Because, yes, Echo 419 gets shot down. Sad day for her.
419. She's gone. Calculate escape route. Ship's inventory shows one bomb.
Thank you, Cortana. I will get out of here.
Now,
Literally traveling down the long stretch of the of the ship, and it's longer than the ship itself if you pay attention.
up ahead, there's a gas trench. At top speed, we should be able to clear it.
And whoa! Oof! I think that was the most picture-perfect jump of that I've ever done. Like 4 on the floor when I land. It was beautiful. And Mrs. Arbiter missed it because of a bathroom break.
Were you still falling? I have no answer, so I take that as a no.
Oh, I just the big jump towards the end, and you'll watch it when I'm editing this.
Oh, clearly.
I landed all 4 on the floor. So
Oh, so it was that one perfect jump that you never get.
the only way it could have been slightly more perfect was if I was on the counter incline and landed on the back 2 wheels, so that way the front 2 just went completely kerplunk level. So
Okay. Physics.
physics.
Gotta love it.
Or if I So anyway, yep, we got into a spaceship, and now we are going to leave.
We're going bye-bye before it goes boom.
Things are gonna go boom.
Yay. I love it when things go boom sometimes.
This is really a clever way to destroy a planet-sized space station. Literally, all you have to do is completely destabilize one section, and then the whole thing just falls apart.
Well, it's like with Christmas tree lights.
Yep.
Take one out, and that whole section is fracked over.
Well, that's structurally the beauty of a perfect ring, is that it supports each other by its tensile strength. And this part that is flying will become important during the direct-to-DVD movie Halo Nightfall, because it just kind of drifts everywhere.
Interesting.
And there's a shit ton of hunter worms on that section, and then they start breeding.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Space Hulk gone wild.
Space Hulk was more like an Aliens type situation. This is more like gray goo, only orange. So, fun story about this. If you use the tooltips to look at the Chief take off his helmet right there, guess what's underneath?
What?
Another helmet. They didn't code a head for him or anything because you weren't supposed to see that.
Oh, you're supposed to see them as the chief, not as the person.
Yeah. And so anyway, that was Halo Combat Evolved, the first Halo game, the thing that started an icon. Mrs. Arbiter, what do you think?
I like it.
Yep. it definitely codified something for me that made this game and shooters good for me, and that was the Bungie called it the 30 seconds of fun. You have the same fun over and over, but it's in such short increments, and they're back to back with just enough spacing that it feels refreshing. And that's the getting into a firefight, bursting your machine gun, chucking a grenade while you punch something, sort of bar brawl good time. So
you could do anything.
So anyway, that is Halo Combat Evolved. When we come back, kids, well, that's one game, and there are 5 that we're going to go through. So, have fun. And we'll be seeing you next time as we play through the whole damn thing. Halo 2.